Let's start in Tappahannock, Virginia, a tiny town nestled in the heart of the state where the pace of life is slow and the community is tight-knit. It's a place where everyone knows your name and the warmth of a friendly wave or a neighborly chat is a daily occurrence. In 1989, this charming town welcomed Christopher Maurice Brown into the world. Born to Joyce, a nurturing daycare worker, and Clinton, a dedicated corrections officer, Chris was surrounded by love and support from the very beginning. From the jump, Chris was different. He didn't just listen to music, he lived it. Music was his language, his escape, and his passion. He taught himself to sing and dance, idolizing Michael Jackson, mimicking every move with precision and enthusiasm. His bedroom became his stage, and the mirror his audience. The church choir and local talent shows became his training ground. These were the places where he honed his skills, where his voice found its strength, and his feet found their rhythm. Folks started to notice. "That boy's got something," they'd say, as applause filled the room and smiles spread across faces. For Chris, small-town life wasn't a cage. It was a launch pad. It was a place that nurtured his dreams and gave him the confidence to walk with purpose. He practiced for hours, building his craft, waiting for his shot. Every dance move perfected, every lyric penned was a step closer to his dream. His parents saw his gift and supported him, but they knew the music business was tough. They encouraged him, offering guidance and wisdom, knowing the road ahead would be challenging. Still, Chris's determination was unshakable. Late nights spent practicing, early mornings filled with music, his focus never wavered. He wasn't just a kid with a hobby, he was a young artist with a vision that extended far beyond the boundaries of Tappahannock. He saw a future beyond Tappahannock, clear as day, a future where his talent would shine on the world stage. All he needed was someone to open the door, a chance to prove himself, to show the world what he was capable of. And that door, it was about to get kicked wide open. Chris was ready to step into the spotlight, ready to make his mark. Nutreylife. Every star needs someone to spot their light. In the world of music, talent alone isn't always enough. It takes a keen eye, a sense of timing, and sometimes just a bit of luck for someone to notice that spark. For every artist who makes it big, there's a story of discovery, a moment when someone believed in them before the world even knew their name. For Chris Brown, that someone was Hit Mission Records. This small but passionate label had a reputation for finding raw, untapped talent, and they were always on the lookout for the next big thing. Their journey with Chris would change both their lives forever. The story began in the most unexpected place, a humble gas station owned by Chris's father. One day, as Chris sang and danced, his voice echoing through the aisles, a talent scout happened to stop by. Instantly, they were captivated. They saw not just a teenager with a good voice, but a performer with star quality, charisma, and drive. It was clear. Chris was special. Hit Mission Records wasted no time. They brought Chris into the studio to record his very first demo tape. This was more than just a recording. It was the first real step toward a dream. A chance to capture his unique sound and energy on tape, and to show the world what he could do. With that demo in hand, Chris and his mother set out for New York City. They boarded a Greyhound bus, hearts full of hope and nerves, determined to chase a dream that seemed almost impossible. The city was big, intimidating, and full of competition, but they were ready to take their shot. The road wasn't easy. They faced rejection after rejection, doors closed in their faces, and moments of doubt. But Chris and his mom never gave up. Each setback only fueled their determination, and every no brought them closer to the right yes. Then, a breakthrough. Def Jam Recordings. This legendary label had launched the careers of countless superstars. And now, Chris had a chance to walk through their doors. Tina Davis, a respected AANDR executive, saw something extraordinary in Chris. She recognized his potential and decided to introduce him to one of the most influential figures in the industry, Louisiana. Reed. L.A. Reid, a legend in his own right, was immediately impressed. Without hesitation, he offered Chris a record deal on the spot, a life-changing moment that would set everything in motion. Imagine the journey, from singing at a small-town gas station to signing a record deal in the heart of the big city. It was a leap of faith, a testament to hard work and the power of believing in yourself. Chris made a bold decision. He dropped out of high school, packed his bags, and moved to New York. He was determined to make the most of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, ready to give everything he had to his music. For 2 years, Chris lived in the studio. He worked late nights, learned from the best producers, and pushed himself to perfect his craft. Every song, every note, every lyric was a step closer to his dream of sharing his music with the world. The quiet kid from Virginia was about to become a global phenomenon. His journey from obscurity to stardom was just beginning. Nutreylife. In 2005, Chris Brown dropped his debut album, and the world listened. It was a moment that marked the beginning of a new era in pop music. The young artist from Tappahannock, Virginia, was about to take the music industry by storm with his fresh sound and undeniable talent. The album shot to #2 on the Billboard 200, a remarkable achievement for a newcomer. It was clear that Chris was not just another teenage sensation. He was a force to be reckoned with. Run It hit #1, making Chris a 16-year-old chart topper. The single's infectious beat and catchy lyrics resonated with audiences worldwide, solidifying his place in the music scene. Hits like, "Yo, excuse me, miss, gimme that," and others showcased his versatility. Each track offered something unique, from smooth R&B vibes to energetic dance beats. And Say Goodbye showed his range. His ability to transition from upbeat dance tracks to heartfelt ballads demonstrated his depth as an artist. The album sold over 3 million copies, a testament to his widespread appeal and the connection he made with fans across the globe, and earned him 2 Grammy nominations. These accolades were just the beginning of a career that would be filled with awards and recognition. People called him the next Michael Jackson, the next Usher. Such comparisons were not made lightly, as Chris's talent and charisma were reminiscent of these legendary performers. But Chris was more than a singer. He was a performer. His music videos were a visual feast, filled with intricate choreography and captivating storytelling. And live shows were electric. He toured with Beyoncé, sharing the stage with one of the biggest names in music, further cementing his status as a top-tier performer. Won NAACP and Soul Train awards, adding to his growing list of achievements and proving his impact on the music industry, and became a global superstar. His concerts were packed with fans from all over the world, eager to experience his dynamic performances. He blended R&B, pop, and hip-hop, creating a fresh sound for a new generation. His music was a reflection of the diverse influences that shaped him as an artist, creating a fresh sound for a new generation. His innovative approach to music inspired countless young artists to follow in his footsteps. Chris Brown was no longer just a kid from Tappahannock. He was an international sensation. His journey from a small-town boy to a global icon was nothing short of extraordinary. Nutreylife. After his debut, Chris had to prove he wasn't a one-hit wonder. In 2007, he dropped Exclusive, showing growth and confidence. The album debuted at #4 with hits like Wall to Wall, Kiss Kiss with T-Pain, and With You. Kiss Kiss went to #1, and With You became a global love anthem. He re-released the album with Forever, a dance pop smash that became a wedding and graduation staple. Chris was now a certified hitmaker, winning more awards and even branching into acting with Stomp the Yard and This Christmas. At just 18, he was an all-around entertainer, dominating music and film. The world was his oyster. Nutreylife. Every story has highs and lows. In 2009, Chris Brown's life changed overnight. A domestic violence incident with Rihanna shocked the world. The backlash was swift. Radio bans, canceled appearances, lost endorsements. He apologized publicly and faced legal consequences: probation, community labor, counseling. His third album, Graffiti, dropped during the controversy but struggled commercially. The music was darker, reflecting his turmoil. Many thought his career was over. He lost fans, opportunities, and public trust. But in the darkness, Chris faced a choice: let this moment define him or fight for redemption. After rock bottom, Chris Brown chose to fight back through music. In 2011, he released Fame, Forgiving All My Enemies, debuting at #1. Hits like Yeah 3X and Look at Me Now, with Busta Rhymes and Lil Wayne, dominated the charts. The album was a triumphant return, blending pop, R&B, and hip-hop. In 2012, he won his first Grammy for Best R&B Album. He followed up with Fortune, another #1 album. Chris was back on top, selling out arenas and topping charts. The comeback was about more than success. It was about growth and resilience. He faced criticism and consequences, but channeled it into his art. Chris was determined not to let his past define his future. Nutreylife. Chris Brown kept evolving. In 2014, he released X, a personal introspective album. Hits like Loyal and New Flame proved he still had the magic touch. X explored love, heartbreak, and regret, earning another Grammy nomination. In 2015, fatherhood changed everything. His daughter Royalty became his new inspiration. He named his next album after her, showing a softer, more vulnerable side. The music was classic Chris, but with new depth and purpose. Balancing stardom and fatherhood, he found new motivation. His journey, highs, lows, struggles, and triumphs, was all in the music. Nutreylife. Chris Brown didn't slow down, he sped up. In 2017, he dropped Heartbreak on a Full Moon, a 45-track double album. It was a massive, ambitious project, debuting at number 3 and going double platinum. Fans loved the variety: pop, trap, slow jams, and more. In 2019, he released Indigo, another huge album with hits like No Guidance with Drake. The Drake collab ended their long-standing beef and became a Grammy-nominated smash. Chris was releasing more music than ever, keeping fans engaged and building his own ecosystem. He didn't need mainstream media. His direct connection with fans was stronger than ever. He was in complete control of his career. Nutreylife. August 2025. Chris Brown is still here, still making music, still dancing. His influence is everywhere: the sound, the moves, the swagger. He set a new standard for male R&B stars in the 21st century. His story is complicated: highs, lows, controversy, and resilience. But it's also about redemption and growth. Chris has given us the soundtrack to our lives: parties, heartbreaks, celebrations. His body of work is staggering: hit songs, classic albums, awards, sold-out tours. He's a father, a businessman, a veteran in the game. Through ups and downs, he's survived and thrived. Love him or not, you have to respect the artistry and longevity. That's the ultimate timeline of Chris Brown. What a ride. Hit subscribe for more stories like this. Nutreylife.